Another day, another Michelin restaurant. This time. I'm probably just gonna ask them what they recommend. This looks like a pretty extensive menu. Wow, pretty big space. Do you accept credit card?
We have 93%.
Okay. We've got the menu. We got some prawns, some fried buns. We've got the set thing, but again, I'm eating by myself, so I can't eat all this food. So whoever's watching, if anyone wants to join me next time, just kidding, but not really. Any foodies or content creators that are eating Michelin places, hit me up. We could eat real good. And then I opted for this combo because I didn't want to choose, and there's like a good amount of variety. The staff was asking me like, "Are you sure you want this? Because it's spicy." And there's a bit of warning right here for you to say like, or to let you know that it's gonna be spicy and like fishy. So if you're not a fan, maybe don't order it. But I'm Chinese Vietnamese, so I'm assuming it should be fine. But yeah, the hostess said like, "Are you sure about that? Make sure like if you can't eat spicy, I recommend against it." And then, but it should be fine. And again, they have a warning here. So I've been waiting for about 10-15 minutes right now, and the food hasn't come out yet. I think they're trying to prepare all of it at once, because if you guys remember the menu, it had about like 5 dishes. And so I'm hoping they bring all of it out at once because I'm kind of hungry. But if you're here, if you're hungry, maybe plan in advance so you don't have to wait as much, or just eat a little bit so you won't be like waiting too long while being hungry. And as you can see, I'm going to show you guys that it is quite packed. It is quite busy. Oh, what a coincidence. We got the food here. Nice. Oh, wow. I think I could finish it. This is supposed to be for 2 people, but I think I got this. Okay, so we got our rice. Nothing too crazy here. It's just gonna be rice. I think this is steamed or boiled cabbage. What we have here is our braised pork with some shrimp. We have our egg. I'm not too sure what this is. I thought this was gonna be like fish ball, but the more I look at it, it looks like it might even be like lychee. So we'll see what that is all about. And then we have our gangchua, our sour soup. And now I'm gonna show you guys the hand test for portion size. So pretty big. And now it's time to eat. Okay, so here we have cabbage. This is literally just boiled steamed cabbage. There's no seasoning, no marinade, no sauce or anything on this. We have our standard white rice with some sesame seeds on it. You don't really taste the sesame seeds. This, I made the mistake of thinking it was a lychee or some kind of egg or fish ball. It was not any of those things. It's some kind of like pickled something, and inside had like a bunch of seeds. Yeah, bit into it and it kind of just exploded. And it was very salty and sour. It has like a fermented essence to it. So maybe don't just dive into that and eat one whole thing in one bite. This egg we have here, it is on the salty side, so the sauce is probably fish sauce. So again, more on the salty side. Don't just eat one whole thing in one bite like I did. Maybe eat it with rice or the cabbage. And then we have the braised pork. This is very cozy, nostalgic, homey meal for me. It reminds me of what my grandma would make. The flavor is a little bit different. It's not as sweet because the way my family makes it is like way thicker in terms of like the sauce. The meat is pork. It's pretty fatty pork. You could see that there's a nice layer of fat there. Skin still attached. It's cooked well where it's like not too chewy or anything. And then I think because it's such a fatty piece, like it'll still fall apart relatively easily. We have shrimp. I haven't tried yet, but I imagine it's gonna be good because all the seafood around this area has been pretty good and we're pretty close to the coast. And then we have the sour soup. The way my family prepares it, they add pineapple, so it's also on the sweeter side, but here it's more just on like the sour side. So for this and this, do I eat this with like this or how?
This is together. The difference is this.
I see. What about this? Okay, update. Ask the hostess how I'm supposed to eat this because it's super salty. It is fish sauce. and it's just egg, and the egg just absorbs all the fishiness, the saltiness from this. And she suggested that you eat it with the cabbage, which makes a lot of sense because the cabbage is super bland, good vessel for like all the sauce. But the cabbage itself with this sauce is really good. And then this is baby eggplant, pickled baby eggplant. And she said you just eat it by itself without anything. I don't know how I feel about that one because it's super salty. Maybe if you like that kind of stuff, but eating it just raw like that without complementing it with like maybe this or like rice or something is just a very intense flavor, and it's just way too salty in my opinion. Wow. So yeah, the braised pork, really good with the cabbage. As you can see, I killed it. The shrimp, 3 pieces, very sweet shrimp. This fish sauce, very salty. I just wanted to finish the eggs, but yeah, again, very potent, very salty, very concentrated. And I'm just not gonna even try to finish the rest of this eggplant. Again, too salty. But yeah, now we're gonna dive into this gengchua sour soup. We have some bean sprouts, we have some green onions. I forgot what this vegetable thing is. I've heard it's called like lung vegetable or something like that because of how it absorbs juices or like liquids. It's almost like if you're eating tofu in the sense that it just sucks up a bunch of whatever it's cooked into. And then it looks like we have some red onion, tomato. We have fish somewhere in there, but I don't see it. Fish right there, it looks like. Yeah, hefty amount of vegetables in there. Let me do a quick taste test right now just to confirm. Okay, yeah, so it's salty, has the fish sauce taste, not spicy at all. The warning, I don't think you have to worry about it if you can't eat spicy because it's not spicy at all. Yeah, this is one of those dishes that are like really great during winter time, where this whole meal is essentially like a home cooked meal, and it just again reminds me of like eating with my family or whatever my grandma makes at home when I was a kid. So if you want to eat like how Vietnamese people eat traditionally at home, I suggest trying this set out finished. So the thing about this soup is that the fish in it is actually quite bony, so you have to be very careful when you're eating it. I think this is good for 2 Asian people, but for 1 American, easy, bro. You underestimate my power, bro. But overall, good portion, good meal, definitely recommend. I don't know about like the whole Michelin status. Yeah, I don't know what makes a Michelin meal in Vietnam Michelin worthy. If it's the service, if it's the quality, the environment, the ambiance. Because every meal, or most of the meals I've had in Vietnam so far are really good. I can't find like the distinguishing factor that makes this meal in particular like any better than any other place that I've had outside. I don't know. I don't know if it's like the hygiene, preparation, consistency, hype, service. But yeah, definitely not a standout meal, but it's still a good meal for sure. Yeah, if you're in Vietnam and you want to eat food, like I don't think you need to stick to a Michelin or look at the Michelin guide. There's plenty of places that I've eaten outside that are really good. I'm just doing this as like a bucket list challenge, and it tends to be where places that are kind of popular tend to be on the Michelin list, but that's not always the case. But yeah, if you're in town, if you're in Da Nang, if you're in Vietnam, go ahead, check it. Who am I to say what you should do, what you should or shouldn't do? Go see it for yourself.